Kidney disease is not discriminatory and can affect anyone, irrespective of age, race, gender, or financial status. It has a huge physiological, psychological, and financial impact on the patient's family, friends, and the community at large. We meet James Thiongo in the Rift Valley Province Hospital in Nakuru. Mr. Thiongo, a biology teacher at Elbagon Secondary School, is at the end stage of renal failure. He tells us what it has been like since he was diagnosed with the disease in 1995.
I was overweight, and later I started feeling thirsty. Okay, my eyes could not see clearly. Okay, I was urinating more often. And then when I talked to my wife, she asked me to go and see a doctor. So I've been trying to manage diabetes up to last year, early in August, when again I was diagnosed with the hypertension. So I've been coming here twice in a week, that is Monday and Thursdays. And actually I've been using my brothers, my relatives. They have been chipping in during the time of the need. But actually whenever I come, they always ask me questions. They have been anticipating that this exercise will one day stop, but which has not been forthcoming. When I was admitted, it costed about 3.4 M. So the much I had in the store, actually, and I have nothing which is left for a rainy day. In a week, I spend about 20,000 here. So I think the best option is to go for the kidney transplant. So I think that I can also go for that option. I used to know that one day I was rich, but you see, within a very short time, the money I had, plus what my relatives used to chip in, I thought it was enough. But later I realized the financial pressure was building up at a very fast rate. So now maybe I'm left almost with nothing to sustain the whole exercise.
The story of Mr. Thiongo is repeated every day in our national and provincial hospitals, and sadly, the numbers are on the rise. Helping patients and their families deal with the psychological and physiological issues, as happens with communicable diseases like HIV, could go a long way in creating awareness and helping patients deal with their situations positively.
Kidney disease is extremely devastating. Definitely, the fact that you're losing or you lost a major organ, they need to be helped to have a positive attitude in order to go through this very difficult conditions.
Kenyatta National Hospital has been until recently the only national hospital with a fully functional renal unit. It is still the major center in the country offering machine dialysis and peritoneal dialysis and kidney transplant operations. Mrs. Nyerera, the head nurse at the Kenyatta National Hospital Renal Unit, has worked at the unit for the last 10 years, and she tells us how the hospital is coping with the number of patients suffering from kidney failure.
In this unit, this is the biggest unit in the country, and we take care of patients from all over Kenya and also the rest of the region. The patients who are transplantable are now able to be transplanted in this hospital, and we have a transplant room fully equipped, and we are giving these services to these patients at a very low rate. We could also ask their well-wishers to help us equip this unit in terms of getting enough machines, in terms of getting the standard equipments that we can take care of these patients. And also, if we get donors who can even help us expand this unit. Last year alone, we did 27 transplants, and I could say that is a very high success rate because we had gauged ourselves in terms of doing 15 transplants per year, but having gone to 27, for us that was a plus. And Kenyans, we have to change our attitudes and know that our kidney patients will require your help. And when somebody approaches you for kidney donation, so long as you are a relative and you can match, it is required of you that you actually assist those patients.
In 2010, the Kenyatta National Hospital carried out 27 kidney transplants against a projected 15 operations.
Natoka mahali naitwa Banana na mimi ni mgonjwa wa figo. Nimekuwa na shida ya figo kutoka mwaka wa 2000. Tumesumbuka mimi na bibi yangu na watoto miaka mingi. Tukauza chochote tulikuwa nacho mpaka sasa tukarudi kuwa watu wa kuomba. Tumefanya harambee nyingi tukitafuta pesa ya transplant na hazikutosha, lakini Mungu alisaidia. Kenyatta kukawa na program ya transplant na wakafunguza bei. Before we need 1.5, but now we need 500,000 to do it. Nikapewa figo na ndugu yangu, na nashukuru Mungu sababu kupata mtu ambaye atakubali kutoa kiungo chake kwa mwili akapeana sio kitu rahisi, lakini naye Mungu akanisaidia. Bibi mzuri akavumilia hata kama kuna shida na kuniweka nguvu. Hata wakati naenda kulemewa kidogo, ananiambia kuna kesho. Watu sana huamini ukishikwa na ugonjwa wa figo maisha yako imeisha. Mtu anaona mbele kifo, haoni kitu kingine, anaona kifo. Figo ni ugonjwa kama magonjwa mengine, na kile ningetaka kuambia wote ambaye anaweza kuenda tu kwa apimu ambie na ako na shida ya figo, asione mwisho, ajue kuna kesho. Ona daktari, fuata vile unaambiwa. Kama umeambiwa dialysis, fuata dialysis. Kile umeambiwa usikule, wachana naye. Vile umeambiwa usifanye, wacha. Ikiwa ni hiyo transplant, utafanywa. Na ukifanywa, wengi wamefanywa, wamerudi maisha ya kawaida. Mambo ambaye ningeomba hasa kwa serikali. Hapa Kenyatta kuna shida kubwa sana. Watu ni wengi, mashini ni chache. Sasa sababu ya wingi ya watu na mashini kuwa chache, wanakuja safari moja kwa wiki. Kwa hivyo ningeomba serikali wasaidie Kenyatta na kitu kama mashini. Hapa Kenyatta ikiwa na mashini kama 20, ingeokoa maisha ya watu wengi sana.
Currently, the best and most effective way of managing renal failure, both in quality of life and financially, is by the patient obtaining a kidney transplant. Kenyatta National Hospital is able to offer the service at a subsidized cost of 500,000 shillings, which in the long run is a cheaper and more affordable option as opposed to dialysis. However, the care of a transplanted kidney does not end at the actual operation. Post-transplant, the patient has to continue taking drugs to ensure that the new organ is not rejected by the body. With a transplant, one is able to go back to work and continue being a valued member and can therefore contribute to their overall financial work. So who can donate a kidney and how can you save a life?
One, they have to come out freely and say, I'm willing, I'm not coerced into this. I've looked at it and I think I should go ahead and donate. One, maybe they need to be reassured that it's safe. Okay, they go through a real major operation to get the kidney out, but the kidney which is left there, we test them in such a way that we are sure the two kidneys have got so much function that one will be good enough for the one you give and for the one who has donated. So it's fairly safe. There are a few small risks. Your blood pressure may go up in the long run. You may run into problems of maybe protein in the urine and so on. But the risk is so small that it is still accepted as a safe method of helping out to alleviate the suffering of those who have got kidney disease. Donors can go on with their lives. They can go ahead to get children. I mean, one kidney is good enough.